Okay.
Do you like living in Dorset? Number one.
I didn't used to. Oh, sorry, I was interviewing it. I didn't used to like living in Dorset. Like when I was a kid,
Yeah.
I just wanted to get out.
Yeah.
It's fuck this place.
Yeah.
But I've grown to appreciate it. Definitely. Like, it's not got the best everything, but it's got a bit of a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's nice. We got forests. We got the beach. Like, I like living near the beach. I also would love to live near the mountains. I suppose realistically 6 hours to get to Wales isn't too bad. I mean, yeah, we got a really great spot for climbing.
Yeah.
Like before I started climbing, I couldn't care about Dorset too much.
Yeah.
But now I've started climbing, it's like one of the best things. We do live in such a great spot.
We do. I reckon lockdown.
Ain't we?
Yeah.
Imagine if you lived in London.
Yeah. Mate, just
I would hate it. That would kill me. It would kill me.
yeah.
Destroy my soul if I lived in a fucking city.
Yeah. Literally. How do you find it?
Man, the climbing community in Dorset is so good.
Yeah.
It's not just Dorset, it's like, I'd say country, it's probably worldwide. Like, through climbing, I know people all over this country, and I don't know them, but we know of each other and stuff. And like,
Well, like social media and that.
through social media mostly, and like, literally any climber in the world can get in contact with any climber in the world.
Yeah.
You're like 2 phone calls away from Alex Honnold or Tommy Caldwell, because you just, you speak to Huffy, he knows someone, he knows like Shauna, and Shauna knows someone, and before you know it, you're in contact with whoever you want. Like, Dorset specifically, like, it's so, we're not like, ooh, stay away. It's not, there's no territorial shit about it. Like, so, hardly ever. I ask people where they come from. Normally they're from London or Bristol around here if they're climbing on Portland. But man, yeah, the people in Dorset are great.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of a deep one.
Hi.
What does climbing mean to you?
Everything. I told you earlier, right? Like, so before I started climbing, I was like super depressed, didn't want to speak to anybody. And like, I'd literally walk into that gym when I started.
Yeah.
I'd go in at lunchtimes on my own, go sit somewhere, climb. It'd take me like a month or 2 before I started talking to other people. And then after that, like, talk to a few more people and a few more people. Now I literally probably know most people.
Everyone knows you. Like,
Especially through working there as well.
Yeah.
Like, I know loads more people now. But like, yeah, so it got me out of my shell. Yeah, I was taking photos before I started climbing, but it was like landscapes, and me and my friend tried to start a clothing company, so we were taking pictures of stuff like that. Yeah,
sick,
terrible.
Oh, really?
Terrible, dude. We didn't have no marketing skills. Like, we didn't really like know how to do it. Back then you couldn't like come up with a design and put it on like Teespring or something and not have to worry about the rest of it. Like, you'd have to buy like 200 t-shirts and then try and sell them, and it's just like, fuck, no one's gonna buy these, you know?
Yeah, and you have to like sell them for like 20 quid each to
Yeah.
actually make a profit. Yeah.
So I mean, that's what got me back. Like, I used to always like playing with cameras when I was a kid, but that's what got me really into it.
Yes.
And then when I started climbing, I found the thing, like, that my camera should be pointed at. It was like climbing. Like everybody says shoot what you love, and I didn't realize, like, I was just shooting. But then when I started climbing, I was like, oh, this is what I want to do. I just want to get paid to do this one day. And I kind of do now, but I want to get paid to do that all the time. Don't want that reception stuff, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, one day it'd be nice. I literally, like, my game plan today was like, this year we're gonna email some companies, I just want one deal, like, with one company. Even if it's just for free chalk, I couldn't care, you know?
That's it. Oh, mate, it's sure.
Oh, for sure. Like, all my friends are climbers. I've got a few friends that aren't climbers, but most of my friends these days are climbers. So all of them came from starting climbing. So I like to think there are 3 things that every person needs to be happy. And it's something to give you, that keep you active. So it doesn't matter what it is, but you got to enjoy it. So cycling, running, climbing, surfing, whatever it is, you got to find that thing. Something you can be creative with. Like, everybody's creative, even if they say they're not. Everybody's got something. Like, you just haven't found it yet. You might be really good at poetry. Have you ever written poetry? No. So how do you know? Try it, man. Like, everybody's creative. And then friends. You need those 3 things. And if you can get all 3 of them to line up together, wow, you're winning. Like, that's what climbing done for me. Like, I got my photography. Climbing gave me direction. All my friends, even got a girl out of it. Nice. My job, I got through climbing and photography. Like, I wouldn't have the job I got now if it wasn't for those 2 things. So much. This van, wouldn't be paying for it if it wasn't for the job. Like, it's all crazy. Climbing is the best thing ever.
Favourite place to climb?
It has to be Portland, just because of how close we live to Portland. My favourite place is Portland, but I've not climbed loads of other places. I really enjoyed the Peak District. That was nice. Wales is great when it's not raining. Dartmoor's fun when you want to, like, try something super different. Like, granite is insane. It's like crystal. It's so sharp. It's insane. Portland is my favourite place to climb, purely just because of where we're located. But I haven't explored enough other places to say, like, Fontainebleau might be the best place to climb.
I'm a shit climber and I want to go there so bad.
Isn't it?
Like, so bad.
Magic Wood might be the best place to climb. Mongolia. I want to go places no one's ever been. I'd love to go, like, somewhere like Kazakhstan, Mongolia, fucking Afghanistan. Who cares? Any country that you're not really meant to go to, there's going to be some primo boulders that nobody's ever fucking sent. And that would be so cool.
That would be so sick.
One day, like, for sure. One day I'd sort of do what you're going to do. Just like, fuck it, book a flight, let's go. I just need a crew of some average good climbers and let's go, dude.
Just that, actually, like, if you were going... favourite climber?
Of all time? Oh no. Dude, that's such a hard question. My favourite climber? I really like Tommy Caldwell. Like, he's such a nice guy. Such a strong technical climber. Like, and to do it without like a finger is insane. I really like living. Tommy Caldwell is probably my favorite. He's the one I want to shake hands with the most. Alex Honnold, seems cool, very awkward, but super cool. Dean Potter, love to have met him. He sounded like a really cool, just fuck you, let's go. I like that. There's so many. I would love to have met all of the ones that are dead and all of the ones that are alive. If I can meet every climber on the planet, I'm done, man. That'd be so sick.
That'd be amazing. That'd be so cool.
Like, I don't personally know many pros. I know a couple where I've met them, but Tommy Caldwell. If I could have a beer with anyone right now, it'd be Tommy Caldwell for sure. Fuck off.
I did this route and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it. And then I think it was like a week and a half and I didn't realise I was doing that route, but I did it. And I came off like, fuck, I just did it. I did not know that was the route I just could not do. And I did not think I could ever do. But it was sick. You just build muscle like quite quickly.
It's one of the best things about climbing is that
you don't
it shows you that impossible is just a fucking word. You know, you say, I'm never going to be able to do that. Like, I've seen so many people climb something, I'm like, Never ever is my body going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Then a year later or 6 months later, you have a go and you're like, shit, man. Like, I can actually hold on to this.
Yeah.
Like, maybe it'll work. Yeah. Like, but then that's what we were saying earlier. Like, it's subjective.
Yeah.
It's such a personal thing.
Yeah.
Like, if you climb because you want to be better than someone else, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
I never felt like that in climbing.
Never.
I just find that so like weird. Like, I just find that why would you climb because of that?
Like, you might have a mate that climbs at your level.
Yeah.
And like he'll get something that you couldn't get, and you're just like, oh I'm rubbish today. But then you get something he can't get, and you're just like, oh, we're very similar, but we're still so different.
I mean, that's different though, because that's like, it's not competition. It's just like, it's kind of like pushing each other,
Mm-hmm.
like, to like get better, rather than if you just see someone you don't know, you're like, oh, man, I'm better than them. It's just like,
Isn't it?
myself and like positioning myself.
So I find gym climbing is really good for like building the basics, like the finger strength, a little bit of the arm strength and footwork. But then when you take that outdoors, it teaches you to like forget everything.
Yeah, really.
You know, because you're like, oh, it's not from this hold to that hold. It could be, but I can also use this thing.
Yeah.
No one else uses it, but I can use it. You know, like, it's so cool.
Oh, man, I want to try outdoor climbing so bad. I love it. It's just like, it's just so, I know it sounds a bit like cliche, but it's so natural as well.
It is.
It's like you're literally doing a sport on a rock.
Everybody was born to climb.
Yeah.
Like, when you're a kid, you just want to climb trees and all sorts, right? And then like the idea that you can still do that as so that's the like, so the other, like, one of the other things that like I think like leads to like a happiness in life is, what would 15-year-old version of you want to be doing right now? Like, it, other than like sitting at the park and having a few drinks with your mates, like what would that kid want to do? And he doesn't want to go to work.
No.
Like, why is it when we're adults we're supposed to just go, I work now? You know, like, when it's so shit. Like, we shouldn't have to work 5 days a week. There's enough people on the planet now. We could easily cut it down to 3 days a week. Everybody has a much more stressless life. They get to enjoy their time, and everyone would work so much harder in those 3 days than, because come Thursday, Friday, most people are like, psh, I'm writing this week off now. You know what I mean? Like, those last 2 days are wasted productivity, isn't it? Like,
Friday's a piss take.
it's just a waste of money. Like, most businesses only think about money. What's nice about the project is that Freddie, he doesn't care about making money. He just cares about people having a really good time at his gym. And
That's sick, though. That's so good. That's Ted's brother, isn't it?
yeah.
That's perfect. What else do I need to put? Oh yeah, have you always lived in Dorset?
Always. Well, sort of. Like, I moved to Charminster, not Charminster, that's Dorset still. Chichester,
Okay.
right?
I was gonna say,
I did live in Charminster though, right? I moved to Chichester to go to uni. I'd done like I didn't even do a year. I did 6 months and then I quit.
Did you? Oh no, I feel like you weirdly might have told me that.
I'd done adventure education, so like
That's cool.
you would learn how to be basically you'd learn how to be an instructor. You should have just like gone to do that anyway. But
I didn't mean that in a judgy way. I just for some reason thought you said that you'd never gone to uni. Then maybe that's what it was.
technically I have, but I didn't finish. I got like I think I got 6-8 months in tops, and I just went, this ain't for me. Like, university just seems like, if you don't know what you want to do, let's go do that for another 3 years just to like bide some more time. But the thing is, you come out in debt.
That's it.
Right? And like, if you'd have just gone and got a job, you'd have had money, and maybe you could have like worked out what you want to do with life.
Definitely.
Like, you got to try so many different things, and then eventually something will fucking click.
That's sort of why